a turning point. Then I came back, and when I got thrown out of Sandy Spring Friends School, my uncle said, "You're not staying with us." So I lived on the streets for about a year and a half.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, pretty interesting. I'd never been to D.C. before, so it's an interesting thing. I slept, but see, I wasn't an idiot. I wasn't with Mitch Snyder down there in Lafayette Park. I was in Chevy Chase and Friendship Heights where the fucking money is. I'm not a moron. I slept at Channel 5 school. They had a booth where they kept the gardening supplies and shit. I slept in there. Fucking going home, forget about it. Okay, any of that shit. Spider in my web, I fucking, you know, Jimi Hendrix, all of it. He put on a record right now and he'd be like a half second behind playing everything just without reading a note. But I told him not to fucking call me. I was fed up. He got pretty serious. And pretty much everybody in the family had done this. And I watched Martin Scorsese's movie of George Harrison, Living the Material World. And me and him, he was my oldest brother, he was a guitar player, and I was the kid he had to drag to practice when he went, you know, because my sister, "Oh, take Phil." She knew what the fuck was out there, getting ready to smoke some weed and all that shit. So he had to take me. But, and I saw it, and I watched it 2 or 3 times. It was on HBO, you know, they play everything ad nauseum. Ad nauseum. And I called him and I said, "Barry, I love you." Because I told him not to call me. Right here, wait.
No, it's not there.
There's napkins and shit all over here.
Good.
But anyway, and I said, this is inspirational. Watch it. We grew up loving the Beatles together. I said, this gives you a lot of insight into how freaky of a guy George was and all that stuff, and you know all the shit they went through. I never knew this. They always rode in one car, all 4 of them, and they always roomed in 2 rooms. There's 2 guys to a room, always. They were on the road, absolutely always. And Ringo said it definitely, and Paul said it, and George said it. We were the only ones who really understood what was going on. Well, we were the only ones who could understand. We're still being in a band, and all of a sudden you get to, you're on vinyl and you're a star, there's girls chasing you. And then it goes to Eric Clapton going, well, he played like 10th on the bill with them, he said, you're all very gracious to us. And me and George became friends from that meeting. He said, I thought I was kind of a blues messenger. He said, and they had a bunch of screaming. He said, it's a shame you couldn't hear them playing because they had a bunch of screaming 12-year-old girls. And he starts laughing. He goes, it's in our audience. And we were all laughing about it. But, it goes to, it goes through everything in the world that people like us would want to know. And you get real straight up from George. George is an odd motherfucker, man. Very strange guy. Tom Petty goes, when Roy Orbison called, George called, and he goes, I probably shouldn't say this, but George called me and said, aren't you glad it wasn't you? He said, damn. So there's a lot of really interesting stuff, inspirational to watch that.
Right.
And there were some really pivotal things that you take from that. And then I forgot that he got beat up and molested.
Right.
And his wife tells the story just straight up. And see, I never got the whole Guru Maharaji thing, and I never did. I never understood all that stuff. But you know what I do understand now is he was trying to get to the same place I was just talking about when you stand on normally sounding ground. That doesn't mean I'm reaching out and devoting my life to Christ. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about doing the right thing here on the planet, not having actions, but not having words, but having action.
Right.
Showing that you're helping the human condition.
Yeah, definitely.
Or at least trying. At least trying to help the human condition. So, well, I would recommend if you haven't watched that, everybody you know watch it. Because it's simplicity. It's some of the most awesome footage of the Beatles you've never seen before.
Right.
When they were young, I mean, them doing, you can't do that. Everybody's green, as I'm the one you love. And it's live. And then I saw her standing there live.
I love that song.
And then, you know, just a lot of cool things.
This guy's filming.
Last year, we got to tour Abbey Road, private tour.
Wow.
Listen, I'm talking about going in a room where they cut up, what is it, 191 songs? Studio 2? Studio 1 was where they did All You Need Is Love video.
Right.
We're in there. That's where they've done all the Star Wars soundtracks except for the first one, all the Harry Potter, all the Lord of the Rings, all that stuff, and countless others, you know, I mean, but, yeah, really, really, really something. And then they all have to talk about John, and they all have to talk about what was going on, you know, and it's like you get this cool inside track on all the stuff you wondered about while you were, when it was 1967 and 68, or it became the 70s, and they were all putting out their separate things, and they were all doing different, and all things what's past. The fact that Phil Spector was over in the studio, or George invited him to come, or something like this, and then he decided, you know, and it's got him talking, and so very informative piece, but really nurturing for the soul, for all the stuff that you just lost your mind. When I first saw Help, you couldn't hear the movie.
Right.
As soon as it went bum, 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 and shot came up, all you could hear was girls screaming. And I thought that was cool, man. I was, hell yeah. I was screaming too. I had 3 older sisters. Listen, I had 3 older sisters till Mary Ann died. And so, in my room, you know, all that shit was, and you know, all of the stuff. Western Union by fucking, what's your face? And do you know the band Garbage? I never thought I would like them, but I dig them because Butch Vig and these guys put some stuff from Jay and the Americans, Western Union, all that stuff. But you can hear, the first song was Stupid Girl, that song, Stupid Girl. I thought, I heard 96 Tears in that. I could hear it in the background, not really, but it was close. And I heard that, and this song called I Will Always Love You. No, I will always.
What was the first song?
I'll always be in love. Oh, I will always love you. This song by Garbage, and it's going.
What was the first song that you fell in love with? What was the first song that did it for you?
My first song that I ever sang to my mom was called Everybody Loved My Everybody Loved My Baby, but my baby don't love nobody but me. Nobody but me. Everybody wants my baby, but it's plain, because it's plain to see. It's plain, she's like the Queen of Sheba. And it's, what's your face? Fats Waller. My mom loved Fats Waller, so that was the first song I ever remember singing. But all the Beatles stuff,
How
listen,
old were you at that point?
5 or 6, something like that. You know what? All the Beatles albums, I went and listened. I went to Memphis to stay at my family's house to write 10 songs. I've been fucking around. I had all these great one-liners or a chorus or a verse, but I had nothing else to go with, and none of them were connectable. Well, at least not right then. And all the other stuff, listen, I need to be stoned. I just start, as you see me drift away into the conversation sometimes, this is absolute from smoking pot a lot. That has done that to me. I can't speak about anybody else. I can't say it definitely makes you lose your memory, it definitely does, but I think it does.
You really think so?
I absolutely believe it. But I think it happens for me. My friend said to me, I can't remember the last time I forgot something. But I can tell you what, all the stuff that I listened to and all the things that turned me on were Beatles albums. I was up there trying to write 10 songs. I'm sitting at the bar. there's a bar in my friend's house, and their bedroom is up there, and I sit in here, big screen TV, pool table, all the accoutrements you could ever want, a fucking great computer on it kind of thing, and it's an awesome place. It used to be a four-car garage or something, and they put it into a playroom, and all kinds of Elvis stuff hanging all over the walls, and memorabilia, different things, the '63 Braves, and very cool place, lots of Elvis stuff. And it's out right outside of Memphis, so, and it's 2 Elvis fans, it's my family. But I'm sitting here and I go to YouTube and they have all the Beatles albums on from cover to cover. So 29 minutes for Revolver or Helper. I listened to all of them and I guarantee you I probably didn't know 25 words out of every one of them put together. And then I listened to Revolver and Rubber Soul a couple of times. But I just left it on for background. Every time you need a word or need something to write, there it would be, because you're listening to that stuff was the simplest form. Say the word and you'll be free. And say the word and be like me. Say the word I'm thinking of. Have you heard the word is love? It's so fine, it's sunshine, it's a word of love. In the beginning I misunderstood, now I've got it the way it should. Say the word, you should say it. Say the word, cause it's a way. I'm sitting there singing this shit, but anytime I needed a word, those songs were put together so skillfully without even trying.
So they were big.
Because they were on, it was rolling, it was just, the shit was just coming through them. And it was making it very easy for me to write. And I finished 12 songs in one night.
Wow.
Wow.
In one night. And I didn't write anything else. I'd been there for 3 days. I'm going. So as soon as I woke up, I went in, made a fucking pot of stout coffee, came in, had a pack of cigarettes, sat down and said, And I wrote out what I had for each one of those songs on a different page. One of them was Stars and Bars or Stars and Stripes, it's all the same to me. Tried and true, red, white, and blue in the land of the free. I thought that rolls right off the fucking tongue. You might not put this on anything so some fucker doesn't take that and steal it from me, alright? But hence, and I wrote them all out. I mean, I get one going, I light another cigarette and sit in the thing. And, man, it was awesome. It was amazing. And it was like, this started at like probably about 6 or 7, maybe 8 o'clock. And I think I ate something. Then I took 8 a week. That's right. Then I took 8 a week. But listen, this is all part of that. I couldn't do it. Took 8 a week. And you only do one. This is like waking up, and when I'm writing up for an album, normally I'll wake up at like 9 o'clock. I'll sit down.
how did you hook up with Bobby?
I met Bobby when I was in the Road Ducks. See, we used to open up for Hatchet all the time. Danny bring me up on stage. Yeah, he remembers. Oh, fucking Road Ducks. I sang with them for at least 15 years.
Who else was in the Road Dogs?
Road Ducks.
Road Ducks.
Yeah, Road Ducks. Was me, Jane, well, it's Jane Edry's band. Jane Edry, Bob Gaynor, Bill Schmidt, Bill Culver, David Dorn, me, John Booter, Billy Cracknell, Jim O'Manion. There was a cast of characters. The thing is you wouldn't recognize anything, but you recognize the shirt. Get Ducked.
Yeah.
Okay, you saw them all over Ocean City, Maryland. You saw them everywhere in the fucking world.
I got in Hagerstown.
Right.
Whenever you guys
Every time we played a teddy bar with Cristobal and Roy. Yeah, I remember.
I was there.
Yeah, JJ and fucking and Kathy.
Yep.
Well, all that stuff was a lot of fun. We had, listen, like I say, I lived in a rock and roll band in the Road Ducks, and Budweiser wasn't what we drank, it was a way of life, and it was. And I never thought there'd be a day where I wouldn't have at least a beer around here. But you know what? Shit happens, and things go different.
Right.
And the beginning of the movie was a lot of fun, man, getting drunk and shit, and doing blow, and fucking some girl, and it was all cool, this was great. But man, the end of the movie was pretty sad. You know, there's
Right.
parts of me that has clinical depression, you know, there's times where when I get down or I break up with someone or whatever, it's something pivotal happens. I'm either deliriously happy or as sad as anyone could be. So it's a tough road to, you know, when I'm too tired to be all mad at someone or to be too sad. I just said, listen, enjoy these shit, enjoy going out and playing music like tonight. Why get pissed? Why waste time? Why not just savor the good parts? Mm-hmm. And you know, do your best to fucking help somebody and do your best to be proud and to do the right thing and help people and do whatever you can. That's the important stuff for me.
So,
It is.
I don't believe you guys said, how did you get hooked up with Bobby?
Bobby was at the other place in Jacksonville, Florida, and I was coming through there with a tour called Party Till the Last Man Drops, and I was in the Road Ducks, and we were doing a tribute to Leonard Skinner. There's a band from Norfolk, Virginia called TX Boogie, and they put the beards on. They did a tribute to ZZ Top with the whole, and they were good at. Every other night we played. Well, they decided this halfway through the tour, and they did it on such a thing so that when we played the last set on the night in Jacksonville, which is, we knew that. We go, sure, okay, yeah, you can play fucking, we'll play first tomorrow. Tomorrow was a real sucko, where there was no one there. We didn't know that, but it turned out this way. And these guys were busting their balls, and they only played very rarely. The guy owned a music store. He wasn't hurting. He was doing this as a sideline. And we were doing this for our lives. And we played there, so at the end of we under, you know, he was passive. He was a great man.
I don't remember.
But he was a great guy. But anyway, Larkin Collins walked up and said, "This is my lawyer." At the beginning of the show, he said, "I've heard great things about you." He shook my hand. And then he said, after the show, he said, "You got the job. Here's the card." 2 weeks later, I got in the accident. So it was all a pipe dream.
When did you join Molly Hatchet?
96. I started in 92, taking Danny's place for 3 months.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen videos.
That was at Danny's
Well, I saw
request.
videos of you on stage with them.
That was at Danny's request, you know, he was,
Yeah.
When did we go see Hatchet with
We
Mark?
saw them at the Jacksonville Landry, but I don't remember when it was.
no, it was the time when it was Bobby's birthday. It was.
Because this dude was about as big as you, and we're at Hooters Restaurant there in Jacksonville.
That was me.
And he goes,
Oh,
Hatchet's starting to play, and I said, well, where are we going to stand? And this dude says, there's only one fucking place to watch Molly Hatchet from.
Up front.
Front row.
And
that
a
was me,
fight broke
probably.
And a fight broke out. I said to him, I'm going this way, and a fight broke out.
Well, you know what? When we played the landing, it was Bobby's birthday. The first thing I said at the first two songs, which were probably the same ones you're doing now, was I said, "Hey, how y'all doing?" I said, "The Jaguars just won in preseason, I said, no one's got to work tomorrow. It's Memorial Day. And I said, and it's Bobby's birthday. No, it was Labor Day. It was Labor Day. So I said, no one's got to work tomorrow. It's Labor Day. And I said, and it's Bobby's birthday. And Bobby's mom died on his birthday. And for years, I didn't say anything to him. Listen, 4th of July, there's some years where I'd attack either one of you guys if I didn't know you, just because
Right. Yeah, definitely.
And I looked at him one year and I said, and everybody dances around and say this, but, happy birthday, and that's bittersweet. He goes, I wish someone would say it. And I looked at him and I said, you just told the wrong fucking person. The next year was there at the landing. And I looked at him and he didn't know I was going to say anything. I said, guess what? The Jaguars won in preseason. Everybody, yeah, there's thousands of people. And I said, no one's got to work tomorrow. And everybody goes, yeah. I go, it's Bobby's birthday. Everybody say, happy birthday, Bobby. 1, 2, 3. I have to say it 3 times. I looked, I said, told you told the wrong guy. And he said, he looked and smiled and said, thank you.
I remember last summer you getting a birthday cake smashed in your face.
I did it on purpose, I was I loved it.
Because we was out there.
You know what, the thing is that's a joyous thing to do when someone gives you a birthday cake. Stick your face right in it and get the frosting all over it. The thing is, it's gotta be fun. You should, listen, the next day in Germany, I was feeling sorry for me. I didn't sleep from the time I left that place until 24 hours later. I got on stage. We got there and we had an hour to get on stage.
That's right, when you look at Morgantown.
And I gotta tell you something, I was such an asshole on stage, I was going to look at the audience going, fuck you. I was so fucking tired. I'm going, it's my birthday and none of y'all give a fucking shit, oh fuck you. It was beyond, but the worst part of it was, they were filming a video for the record company. They have it all on board. No, the place where I'm going, fuck you, something like this and everything else. So it wasn't that great of a thing. They had it all on video. 5, 10 camera shoot. So here's him going, fuck you. Here's him going, you're a bunch of assholes. From every fucking angle. The band didn't listen, but the thing is, I walked off stage, got into a car, and I woke up 20 minutes later at the hotel. I had to walk off stage and go to sleep, by the way. I mean, crazy enough. I know it's hard to believe. But you nuts. I was that tired, so it was very embarrassing. Very embarrassing. Shit happens, you know.
Right.
I was pouting and feeling sorry for myself. I was so fucking tired. I couldn't believe it. And I couldn't sleep on a plane. I wanted to.
Oh, you can't sleep on a plane?
There was
I
time
tried that
I
last night,
could.
and I couldn't do it.
But I was in the center seat in the middle of 5 seats with Rocco and you know, fucking every guy in the world of fucking big, huge guys. So yeah, I'm a big, huge guy too.
I was with 3 people last night. I'm sitting there like this on the plane.
Well, me too. Me too. There were 2 guys my size trying to sit next to each other in a CRJ. Hey, it is.
Right.
But so man, I was being a big pussy. Yeah, it was my birthday. But the next day, okay, Morgantown, Stuckey show, we drove the next day to the studio, which is like this family is like family to us. Guy owns it, his wife and kids, and Dylan, Maxie, and you know, Elke and Klaus. That's where we recorded our last few albums. And we went there and I felt so much better. And I had a great birthday. Walked outside on my birthday and fucking, like, walked out of the studio and they had a courtesy, a motion detector light that went, but it would go off after a minute. But look right over on the left, as soon as you walked out of the big garage where the studio was in. It was like someone hung a picture of the Big Dipper right there. And this is out in the middle of fucking nowhere, so you could see every star known to man. So I had that, and then on the other side was laying on its side, big old half moon there, gold as could be. And so it was like a feast for the eyes.
Yeah.
See, that's the kind of shit I think that's the kind of stuff that turns me on now. It's things like that, the moon and stars, you being able to see everything in the
I
sky.
see where I live now, I walk.
I bet you can see everything
Well, I walk
everywhere.
there tonight, I just have a wood burner, that's why I eat.
Mm.
I walk out and I look up and the stars are so clear, and you can look at them all and you just
That's
look
a
up.
beautiful
and
thing.
you think, thank you, God.
The heavens.
I pull into his driveway,